Type conversion and typecasting in C programming. Type conversion is nothing but the process of converting one data type to another. If possible, only it can be changed. It will be changed by the compiler, not by the user defined. Typecasting is user defined. It can be changed by the user who are defining the program. Next, we are going to see about decision control statement. Decision control statement is nothing but make decision and execute different parts of code depending on the condition. This is also called as selection statement. Types of decision control statement. There are some types in the decision control statement. They are if statement, if else statement, nested if statement, if else if later, and switch statement. First, we are going to see about if statement. If statement allows the program to execute a block of code only when a condition is true. If the condition is false, the block is skipped. Here is the syntax and the flowchart of the program. And next, we have given the examples of the if statement. Here, the example is whether the given number is positive. In this, if the number is negative, the program will be ended automatically. If-else statement. If-else statement is nothing but it chooses between the two possible paths. If-else means there will be a if statement and there will be a if-else part also for the execution. Here is the syntax and the flowchart diagram of the if-else statement. First, in the syntax they have given if and there will be a condition. Inside we will give a statement and then we also given else and there is a condition. If the if condition is false, then it automatically move to the else part. Here is the example program for the if else statement. Here they given the even and odd example. Nested if statement. Nested if it means using one if statement inside to another if. That means there is a if condition. In that if condition itself, we can also give another if condition. Here is the multiple condition in this. Here is the syntax and the flowchart diagram for the nested if statement. First, they have given if condition 1. Inside the if condition 1, there they have given if condition 2. And other than they have given statement, and that in if condition 2 they are given else part also, and then default else part also there. Here is the example for the nested if statement. Here they given positive and negative example, whether it is odd or not. Next, if else if statement. Here we can say if else statement also, if else if later in C programming. In this, it can check a multiple condition one after another. Here is the syntax for the if else if statement. Here they given the syntax and the flowchart diagram for the if else if statement. Here they given if condition and then another inside that they given another else if condition and then they given another else if condition and lastly they given the default else if condition. Here is the example for the if else if statement. The example they are given is grade mark for students. And last, switch statement. Switch statement is nothing but one option is possible, other than it moves to the another option. Here is the syntax for the switch statement. There are 4 cases. We can give how much cases we need. It will check which condition is suitable for the which statement, and then it will give the else part. This is the example for the switch statement. Here they given days count. And next topic we are going to see is looping statement. Looping statement is nothing. It wants to execute a block of code repeatedly until a certain condition is satisfied. Instead of writing the same code many times, we put inside a loop. Looping process includes 3 main actions. First one is initialization of condition variable, test the condition variable for execution, and incrementing or updating the condition variable. This is the example for the looping statement. In this, they have given header files, main function. In the main function they have given a data type int. In that variable they have mentioned as I in the initialization of loop variable. And next they have given the for loop. In for loop they have given the condition. First they have given value of I, and they have given the condition is I greater than or equal, less than or equal to 5, and I plus plus. I plus plus is nothing but here they given an increment operator. This is the test condition and the update. Next they have given the printf statement. And there are various types of looping statement. They are while loop, do while loop, and for loop. While loop first it checks the first condition, then it will be executed. If the condition is false in the beginning itself, the loop may not run at all. That means the loop will be closed. It come to the end of the program. There is an example for the while loop. In that they have given I is equal to 1 and while is equal to I less than or 5. That means it will be executed up to where the 5 is coming. They given equal to also, so it will be execute up to 5 number. In case you given 6 in the while condition, it won't be work. It automatically it will be come out of the program. And next is do while. Do while is also same as a while loop and is a control flow statement that repeatedly executes a block of code at least once. That means then continue looping as long as condition true. That means it works up to the condition is true. First it will check the body of the loop, then only it go to the condition. Here is the example for the while loop. Do while.